Well, hello internet, here we are with a video. The first video in many months. Well, it's been an interesting summer, fall, and winter. A lot has happened in my world. Even throughout this time and all this change, some things have stayed the same. The biggest change is a rebranding of my channel. I have changed the channel name from Maxwell's Life Entertainment to Maxwell's Life Journey. I know it's a risky move, but it reflects the new direction of the channel. Over the last few years, it has been impossible to keep up with the filming schedule and quality of content that I once filmed. For example, the ones in the early years with the shop and the small engines and the building videos and many other adventures. The channel has transitioned to more of a travel channel and exploration channel. However, due to the cost of fuel and other expenses, this has been a very expensive direction. Due to the big change that happened in 2018, I now live in an apartment, so the space is very limited, and there is no room for tools or the projects that I used to do. I live on a very fixed income. I don't have a lot of funds to invest back into the channel. After all these years, the channel has not started to pay for itself. So the expenses are being covered out of my pocket. I would like to keep going on and to keep recording and sharing my YouTube journey. My thoughts are, if you're going to travel, then why not record it and share it with others? You are already there, you are already enjoying the moment. Other than the obvious expenses like editing software or a computer and things like that, the basics are already covered by you just being there. I am so grateful to have had the blessings given to me over the last few years, one of them being the truck and the other one being the Jayco camper trailer. However, the truck has needed some repairs and some maintenance, which is quite normal. And over the last couple of years, the Jayco has started to show its age in an extreme way. All of these expenses have been quite a shock for any savings that I managed to had tucked away and any income that I had coming in. I am not sure of the future of the Jayco, but as of right now, it's not replaceable. But at the same time, I am not sure it's repairable. Camping and summer adventures are my only glimmer of hope during this dark, closed-in, freezing cold Canadian winters. I decided to purchase a new laptop in the spring of 2022. I had to borrow money to do it, but it's going to help with the video editing and staying in contact when I am not at home base. And if my desktop computer ever goes down, it will fill the gap until it is fixed. As my cameras and computers age, and without the extra funds just to go out on a whim and purchase a new one to upgrade to new equipment, I have had to make do with what I had and to get creative in problem solving to overcome compatibility issues. My vlogging camera was new in 2016. My main camera was new in 2012. My backup camera was new in 2010. They all work fine. They all work okay. There is some quality issues with, the footage being not quite as sharp because, again, they are getting on to be 10 to 8 to 10 years old, right? There have been many times over the last few years that I've thought about throwing in the towel, so to speak, and stop making videos. However, I'm sure I will in time miss the challenge of making videos. I enjoy having the creativity and stuff that takes to make these videos. The challenge of making them is what keeps me coming back. With the change in cell phone technology, I may be able to extend my filming and video hobby for a few more years. The struggles I have faced to get 10-year-old technology to work together has been challenging. This potential problem has caused me many struggles trying to figure things out. Over the last few years, I've gone through many personal struggles, many of which never got told or shown in their entirety at all, or if at all, on YouTube. 10 years ago, my life started to change. Little did I know the path I was on and the extreme changes that were on their way. In 2012, things were okay. I was surviving. I had started a new job that paid more due to having to carry the full debt myself now. However, about a year into the new job, I had a workplace accident. This started a chain reaction that brought my life's work crashing down. Through the many doctor's appointments, the surgeries, and dealing with WCB and a crooked employer, I came out with the short end of the stick. This was the beginning of the end. Throughout all the struggles and the resulting depression and financial problems that I had thrown at me, I had to deal with the loss of my wife. She decided that things were greener on her own and decided to leave right at the time where I needed her the most. This has taken me many years since then to work through the betrayal and the hurt and the pain caused from this. In the spring of 2018, I was alone, living in the house, with no power, no hot water, no natural gas. I knew winter was coming. I knew something had to be done. Without the ability to work like I once did, and with the full debt of the mortgage and the vehicle payments and other expenses, and the constant harassment from the many collection companies, something eventually had to give. I always had my ways of making money to pay the bills, to bring in extra when extra was needed. However, eventually the choice needed to be made on my future and what direction to go. So in the fall, I pulled the plug. Having been told by the bank that they were coming for the house the previous year, I decided my next course of action would be a complete liquidation of my life. I never missed a mortgage payment up until the day I gave the keys back. However, to the bank, that did not matter. I moved to an apartment and started the long, dark journey alone to where I am now, and with many struggles and dark times, surviving almost any way I could. In the summer of 2022 was a turning point for me. I am not fully healed physically and emotionally. I am still a major work in progress. Physically, I will never work like I once did, nor should I ever have worked myself that way to make an abusive employer rich. Dealing with the last few years has taken a lot out of me. It has consumed a lot of my time and energy just to survive and deal with the fallout from my old life. And as a result, my attention has not been spent on YouTube. I have tried to keep up with filming. I have tried to film unboxing videos and the adventures and driving videos. It has been a bit of a struggle, and many of the videos that I have tried to film have been abandoned or scrapped due to not being up to my past standards. I find the whole YouTube hobby a way of working through past emotional trauma and a way to stay focused for the future. The future is unknown. The future is forever changing. I don't know what next year holds. I don't know where I will be next year this time. But I know my videos will forever be out there on the internet for many people to watch and to be inspired by. And if my struggles could help someone going through a rough time, then all the struggles that I have faced will have been worth it. I have never asked for help with funding my adventures. I have never needed to ask, but I have started an Amazon wish list. Most of the items are above and beyond what I would ever ask or expect to receive as a gift. Most of these items are long-term goals for myself to work towards, or for potential video series ideas. Years ago, I set up a Patreon page, but I never could get the hang of it. However, I may try to revive it and put some early access to videos and maybe possibility of Patreon only exclusive content there. As well as I may do a video series where I'd look into the personal side of who I am and some of the things that I've never shared on YouTube. As well as I'm looking into PayPal, if PayPal is still a thing. Thanks for sticking it out over this much needed breakaway. And thanks to the new subscribers for joining the channel. Check out the Instagram and the social media pages for the updates that may not make it to YouTube. There will be new content coming out in late February or early March 2023, providing that everything goes good and I can get the filming and editing done. Thanks again for all the years of support. And thanks again for joining me in this journey of my life. Thanks for watching, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.